So welcome to the showcase. You made it. Yeah, this is the Hexagon Houston Design-a-thon. And just an icebreaker, what's your favorite holiday? Yeah, let us know in the chat. Mine is Halloween and it's coming up. I'm very excited. I see all the decorations already, and yeah, I'm excited to decorate my home in just Halloween gear. Um, yeah, so let us know what your favorite holiday is. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving. Yeah, because of all the food. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great one too. Okay. Oh yeah, starting a new year with new resolutions. Yes. Juneteenth, yes. Yeah, I love all the holidays that are coming up. Yeah, it means that summer's ending, but I love the holidays anyway. All the new stuff. Something to break the, I guess, the everyday mold, you know? Least favorite is Valentine's. I get that. Alrighty. Yeah, I get that. Alrighty, so yeah, our mission statement, as you may know already, Hexagon is a community of women and non-binary folk in UX who support each other by sharing our own stories and fostering growth at all stages of our careers. So thank you for being here and participating in our events. Going and more of a thank you for all the participants for joining us over this week, and all our community leaders and our sponsor that made this Design-a-thon possible. Like this, we couldn't have done it without y'all. Um, so yes, thank you. And a thank you to Spark for sponsoring us. Definitely appreciate that as well. And yeah, so a challenge recap. Um, how might we reimagine a system that can help reduce single-use packaging from e-commerce? That was the challenge that we gave you. And yeah, the things that we considered were, consider your own experiences and desires. We all want fast delivery, but at what cost does this come to our environment and all the living beings that are on it? And how can manufacturers and other groups further reduce, reuse, and recycle? As well as how could biodegradable technology be used? So these were the things that we asked you to ponder. And next, we can start with the presentations. Um, so team one, if everyone is here and available, then I'll stop sharing and take it to you. Yeah, like Jen said, good job everyone for making it to the end.
Thank you. And yeah, and thank you for giving this platform. I'm going to start. Just a second. Yeah, can you all see my screen? Just confirming.
Yes, we can.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Pragya. My team and I are very excited to be here. I want to start by thanking Hexagon's team for providing us the space and a super thoughtful design prompt that I'm sure all of us can relate to. This past week was a great learning experience. Although I knew that packaging wastes are a major problem and sustainability is the only solution, is for multiple environmental as well as health concerns. But this working on this project helped me understand how big a problem packaging is, and it needs immediate attention, like immediate. So I'll start by introducing my team. And you've met me, Pragya.
Hello, everyone. I'm Somi.
Hi, I'm Anna.
Hello, I'm Ariana.
All right. So let me start by reintroducing the prompt that we were given. That is, how might we reimagine a system that can help reduce single-use packaging from e-commerce? We found in secondary research that especially millennials and Gen Z were ready to pay around 25% premium if they had an opportunity to buy sustainable products rather than buying products that are being detrimental to our environment. The secondary research, together with user interviews, helped us frame our hypothesis, which is Amazon Prime members would pay a premium for sustainable products and packaging as long as they still get fast deliveries. Now, moving on to the secondary research. We started our research scouring the internet and found some interesting statistics in regards to packaging epidemic. Yeah, I'm going to call it epidemic. For example, did you know that packaging waste contributes 65% of our household waste and 91% of the plastic has never been recycled? Now, that's really something to ponder about. But to what extent can we do to curb this problem as consumers? So we decided to dive deeper about Amazon's contribution to packaging waste, what members think about it, and found that 87% of Amazon customers surveyed have concerns about plastic packaging in e-commerce, according to a survey conducted by Oceana. Now, now moving on to competitive analysis, an online grocery retailer Thrive Market stood out to me the most. They claim they are carbon neutral since day one, and they've been charging $5 per month for their membership program. They only sell sustainable products, and their member count have been increasing every year, and to date it is 1 million. Again, validating that members are ready to pay extra for sustainable solutions. Then we interviewed 6 Amazon Prime members, 5 were millennials and 1 was a baby boomer, of which every user used Amazon Prime at least once a week, and 2 of them mentioned they use literally every day to buy products. They all narrated horror stories of mentioning that they have all received very small items in a really large box. Like one mentioned, one has received a nail polish in a big packaged box, and one has received small book in a packaging box. And if I start talking, I can narrate at least 10 or 20 stories about the packaging issues I have been facing so far. Doing all this research, we reiterated our problem statements and came up with our how might we statements. That is, the first one is how might we bring awareness about sustainability? Second, how might we promote the use of sustainable packaging materials? Now, Somi is going to introduce you to our persona.
Hello again. Our persona is Larry. Larry is a mechanical engineer, and he frequently shops on Amazon for his family. He is constantly frustrated about dealing with the excessive packaging. He hopes to find a compromise between the convenience of online shopping and sustainability, as to be a role model for his kids and protect the environment. So it's Larry's son's birthday, and he wants to have a party for it, and he needs some wine glasses, but he's really busy and he doesn't have time to drive around and buy the item he wants. So instead he wants to use Amazon, since he's the Prime member. And his expectations are find high quality and reasonably priced item delivered quickly, and then find product that gets delivered using sustainable packaging. So he opens Amazon website and searches for wine glasses, and then find the glasses he likes and decides to click on it. And then he remembered his last order was delivered in a huge box and he had to trash it because there isn't a recycling facility in his society. He opens the product page and looks at the image and reviews. He was happy to see some positive reviews about the wine glasses. He feels he's getting a good deal for a nice product. But being a sustainably conscious consumer, he wants to know more about the wine glasses he's buying. And he wants to buy it now. He's now on checks out project. He picks the prime delivery because he's in rush, and he receives his wine glasses in the day after. He faces some frustration during this process, like dealing with waste, no information about sustainability, and the end, he will have another huge packaging for the item he wants to buy. So after this, we did some brainstorming and used crazy, Pragya, could you please go? Okay. Yeah, we did some brainstorming and used the crazy 8 method. We had 8 minutes to come up with some ideas, and the results are provide a new membership option for those interested in sustainability, and incentivize the purchase of sustainable products and packaging, promote eco-friendly businesses and products on the homepage, and design a point sharing system as the next step. So, and then we came up with user flow. It's like a basic user flow on Amazon. He's on Amazon homepage. He uses search engine and filters. He finds product on homepage, and it can either be delivered or picked up. And he sees some options on adding on delivery, and then he buys it now. He proceeds to checkout, and then he gets confirmation number. And now Anna will present our design.
Hello. So from this crazy 8s exercise that we did, we voted upon what we thought the best ideas to support our hypothesis, and came up with the solution of creating Amazon Green Prime. So Amazon Green Prime is an upgrade from the standard, standard Prime membership. And it allows users to have their orders sustainably packaged, all while still reaping the benefits of Prime's quick delivery service. And while enjoying the Green Prime benefits, users will also receive green points as kind of an incentivization to motivate people to go green. So the first screen we have at the very top, it is the Green Prime benefits screen. So the standard Prime users can see what's included with the membership upgrade, also explaining the benefits of going green Prime, and also an explanation of the green point system. On the bottom left screen, it's the homepage that is designated for Green Prime members, with a call to action to learn more about sustainability and what actions are being taken to make the business and the shipping process more eco-friendly. The middle screen we have is the standard product page. And it's a little bit different, and we changed it in a way of below the basic product information. There is key information that shows users the sustainability information so that they are aware of the impact that they are making in choosing to go Green Prime. And then lastly, we have the checkout page, which will kind of reinforce all the information from the product information page. And it will also summarize the sustainability statistics, as well as providing the rewards information, just to kind of remind the users what they're getting back by going green. And I will hand off to Ariana, who will provide the results of our user testing.
Yes, so we tested 4 participants who have used Amazon Prime and did moderated usability studies with them for the Green Prime pages we created. We gave them the scenario that Larry has, that they are already Amazon Prime members. They're going to host a big party in 2 days and need to buy wine glasses, but they are too busy to drive to stores, so they shop on Amazon, which is now offering the Green Prime membership. We asked the users to first upgrade to Green Prime from the homepage, then search for wine glasses, check product details, and check out. It turned out that we got tons of insights from the usability testing. First, we learned that out of the 4 participants, there was even one who used to be a power user. She had Prime at one point and used it very often, but then she went all the way to delete the account because she is not satisfied about the company's existing sustainability measures. So it's like Amazon is already losing its customers for not being sustainable enough. And when this participant went through our testing, she was like, this will be the only way I use Amazon. I will 100% use this. And we found that the dissatisfaction towards Amazon's sustainability measures is more widespread than we thought. There was another participant who is still using Amazon on a frequent basis, but she was like, I don't know how to quit Amazon. This will help ease the green mindset and reduce impulse buying regret. We also got some useful feedbacks in terms of how we can make the whole process more intuitive. For example, 50% of users assume that the call to action will take them to sign up page rather than the benefits information. 75% of users wanted to see clearer data points on the type of impact they are making on the checkout page, like how many trees they save by choosing to have more sustainable packaging. And all 4 users we tested wanted more information on green points. For example, how many green points are equivalent to $1, and what are the eligible products that green points can be applied to. We also asked the participants to complete the system usability scale, and we got an 83.75, which is way above average, showing that our system is very, very usable. Based on all that we've done, we have planned some next steps. First, we are going to provide more information about green points and improve the gamification of the point system. Second, we can implement and test the function of social sharing to allow users to check in with their friends about their carbon footprint so that they could have more accountability from friends. Third, we hope to add a function where the system automatically recommends users about sustainable products that are similar to what they're looking for on the product details page and shopping cart page. As for how Green Prime can be implemented, we believe that incremental steps are the best, and we need to do more market research to specify them. For now, we think that Green Prime could be a better version, only available to Prime members who decide to join. But our ultimate goal can be making all Prime green, which will significantly reduce Amazon's packaging. And that is all. Do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns? We also have a detailed slide deck that we made. It's like 26 pages, and I put it in the chat so that you could all check out the details.
Hey, good job. This is Jan. Sorry, I can't turn my camera on. I have a question regarding the usability testing. I don't know if you mentioned, but how many testers did you test with?
We tested 4 users.
So
Like,
yeah,
we
overall,
5 users, but due to time constraint, like one user, like they have unstable internet, so we only have 4 users after that.
yeah, it's totally fine. And for quality, like usability testing, usually like 3 to 5 you start seeing something, so it doesn't matter. But I just think that it would be like nice that you can put some basic research information there. But I really like the overall presentation. I like the graphic, I like the visual, I like the numbers, and I like that you've like allocate everyone's responsibility well. Yeah, like, and I was the Green Prime, I like the name, to be honest. Like, it's not something fancy, but it's great, easy to understand. It reminds me, Amazon has a like Amazon Smile. I don't know if you learned this during your research, but actually it's a reminds me, the green prime reminds me of Smile, which is like if you purchase something, they will donate a small amount to the foundation or organization that you choose. So I think this might be something that Amazon is really already looking into. I don't know, but good job. I like it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, great job. Yeah, I was saying that, yeah, I could totally see this as an option that Amazon presents. So yeah, this is great.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Answering to one of the questions I saw in chat. One of our next steps is also to make this possible for all members and not just Prime members, but based on our hypothesis, for this user flow, we chose Prime members because we learned that Prime members are much more likely to pay for another or just upgrade a membership. But yeah, that's the next step we are thinking of.
I'm curious what you all think the trade-offs, if any, would be for, or any of the kind of challenges that would arise, because I think seeing it, it's like, yeah, Amazon should just do this. And I'm wondering what kinds of barriers you think would be in the way, maybe from a business perspective, but also maybe potential things to continue to have to research to see if it actually would be effective.
One of the major barriers I see in terms of Green Prime something like Green Prime membership is we have been talking about, populating a Green Prime members homepage and product listing page with sustainable products, supporting more of local business products. That might limit Amazon's entire product listing, but yeah, they would have access to everything. But populating electronic products, for example, those things might be challenging. Also, just doing the AI aspect of it, how much impact they are. Each member is contributing. Calculating all of that could be, I'm sure for a giant like Amazon is not really that much of a challenge, but again, that's also something that needs to be considered, and there needs to be some sort of dashboard and a lot of statistics that needs to go into it.
I also have a question, how you were able to calculate the sus score. Is that,
Yeah.
Yes, so we found some online calculator about the sus score. So first of all, we asked the participants to do 10 statements, to range from strongly agree to strongly disagree. And then we put all the scores according to the online calculator about it, and then calculate each participant's individual sus score, and then take an average of it, and got the 83.75.
Okay, cool.
I dropped a link into the chat of that SUS calculator, just kind of more information about that.
Thank you.
And for more information about our research, I think one of you guys shared the link, our general presentation, which is 25 slides, so you can see more details in the research in the case you want to. It was really hard to make it short in 7 slides, but yeah, you can take a look at it if you want to.
What was something that you learned about your own practices? What's something that you would change if you could?
I would say that to plan our time better, for usability testing, one participant canceled on us just a few hours before the testing. So I would say that we should actually recruit testing earlier and just plan the time so that we can have better results. I say, but our results now, we are already quite satisfied about it.
Based on my personal, what changes I would make, I can totally see decrease. I would be using Amazon a lot less after doing all this research and getting these data points. I'm like now worried about using Amazon. I am an Amazon Prime member and I do use it a lot. I know we end up recycling the, the packages, but it also comes with a lot of styrofoam fillers and things like that. So next thing I'm going to do is, I found a few surveys where I can, just join the cause and write to Amazon about what they can do. I think if they get many letters, and I'm not sure, I'm sure they're already working on it, but yeah, my passion for this has increased incrementally working on this for sure.
Yeah, and something else is, I think from now on, I'm gonna wait on getting my items, like, and have a group shipping, because it's crazy. This numbers, it's really crazy. And we didn't know anything, like not in details about all the problems. And yeah, and there was a lot of things about Amazon we didn't know, and we were shocked. Like, what? When? How? Yeah, but yeah, that was really good.
Yeah,
To, find
another
out about all those
important,
details.
sorry. Yeah,
Sorry,
sorry.
go ahead.
Another
Yeah.
important insight during the user interviews, I noticed was, even though a person is very inclined to make sustainable choices, they still shopped on Amazon. They had an option to, get incentivized for multiple deliveries to get in a on single day. None of them used it. Like, we interviewed 6 participants and none of them use it. So
Wow.
that was something that didn't seem like it's working. So they do need convenience and fast shipping over. I mean, they're ready to pay extra dollars, but that's
Yeah,
how it is.
even one person mentioned, I know this is not good, addicted to Amazon, so I cannot do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, but that's a good point. I should definitely start putting all my products in one shipment. Yeah, that's a great thing. I had been thinking about it, but I was like, But yes,
Yeah,
that's great.
they do offer, I think it's called like Amazon Day. It's like on designated days, I think Wednesdays and Thursdays. And they also offer, like, if you on like qualifying products, you can put it all into one shipment. And then they also give you credit, sometimes like $2 credit, just to go towards like your next order.
That's awesome. All right.
Another insight I just want to share quickly, none of the user interviews we interviewed have used the Amazon locker pickup. Again, due to convenience, they would. So these were all some good facts to know about.
Yeah, that's some good research. Yeah, I personally haven't used the Amazon Locker either. But I will be trying to I will be putting all my products in one shipment if possible. Thank you for this. Good reflections. Okay. So if team 5 is ready, we can get started with y'all as well. Oh, and a quick thank you to team 1 as well. Thank you for presenting. That was great. Love learning about what y'all learned, what y'all researched.
Yeah, that was really good. So should I just pull up the slides or, okay.
Whoever's sharing their screen, can you stop sharing so Kristen can share? Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I didn't realize I was still sharing.
Oh, no
I was
worries.
like so much into the topic.
Okay. Let me pull up. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not opening it up on anything.
You want me to share, Kristen?
I'm sorry?
Do you want me to share?
Yeah, I have like a lot of tabs open.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to make sure I don't open up something that I don't want y'all to see.
Okay.
Amy, do you have a question?
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to let you guys know Amazon actually has other stores as well that it has under its name. If y'all go scroll down, it has one called Woot. It has many others other than Amazon. And I think at one point I saw a store that was dedicated to sustainability, but I can't find it right now. If you scroll down the Amazon page, it has a lot more to it, like under its own name.
So you're stealing our thunder.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Well, so I'll hand it off to Kristen to get us started.
Okay, so we decided to redesign Amazon app. So once again, I'm Kristen. Does everybody want to introduce themselves, or I can just go ahead and introduce everybody? Okay, well, this is Michelle, Kiera, and Carrie. Go to the next slide.
So we took a build to learn approach to our week-long Design-a-thon sprint. So very generally or roughly, our process followed researching the problem space, learning about packaging and shipping practices. And we narrowed the scope basically due to time constraint and who thought we might have access to like the type of users, to Amazon Prime members, because most people are Prime members. And we started actually with ideation. So we did a crazy 8 and kind of brainstormed some ideas based on the prompt and how we kind of wanted to tackle it. And then we started investigating the current design of the app. And that actually changed the direction that we went. We looked at a bunch of screen flows, trying to look at the checkout process and how you might select eco-friendly packaging, but we stumbled upon what Amazon has, which is called Climate Pledge Friendly, which, if you've never seen it before, this is what it is. And you can actually shop for products that qualify based on they have different certifications. One of them is called Compact by Design. And so they have this certification on certain products that save on packaging of the individual products. So while it's not necessarily packaging of the items or the boxes, it's somewhat related. So that ended up shifting our focus. And we did a poll to see, do people even know about this? We kind of just stumbled upon it randomly. And so based on the poll, that led us to kind of start building a prototype with that in mind, making sure that we were kind of emphasizing that sustainability. And then we did some comparative usability tests with the native app and our prototype to see which was easier for users. Oh no. Huh, okay, there's an animation. So this was an image of our poll where we asked Amazon shoppers if they knew about that option to shop for sustainable products. And we found that the majority of respondents did not. And even investigating the ones who said yes, they typically said, it was related to decreasing the amount of, boxes that your items came in, rather than this climate pledge friendly. So I'll hand it off to Kiera to talk about how we reframed our problem.
Yeah, thank you. So like, everyone in the challenge, we had the original large scope of how can we build a system that reduces single-use packaging. And with that prompt, we were really not stuck, but like what kept coming up in our mind was like, you really need to attack it from a business end. And so we wanted to be able to understand what do Amazon processes look like, or actually just what do business processes in general look like, what are companies doing to address this issue, but also with the reality of a week-long discovery challenge where we're a scrappy independent team without access to all of these systems. We reframe to understand for businesses that are taking some sense of ownership, are their shoppers and consumers able to actually engage with the initiatives that they have? So we reframed our problem to be aligned with who we will be interested and able to research. So for Amazon shoppers that are conscious consumers, we found that it is challenging and frustrating to navigate to the app's eco-friendly options. And so we hypothesized that if shoppers saw eco-friendly options earlier in the navigation process, they would be more able to accomplish the goal of sustainable shopping. And so obviously this problem statement and hypothesis shifted a lot in our own discovery of the climate pledge friendly resources, and really that was kind of a a moment where we were all like, whoa, we had just done our activity of Crazy Eights and like thinking, wouldn't it be great if this, that, and the other exist? And so to see that actually Amazon does have an approach, but it's just not widely discoverable, was something that shifted us to a new problem and a new hypothesis. And I believe
excuse me. So we were thinking about double the climate pledge friendly program, and we saw the issues that what Amazon already has, which is that the climate pledge friendly badge is actually, or the page is actually underneath many lists of navigations, and that people have to really search it up specifically that they want to find sustainable products with this badge, this climate pledge friendly badge. So we were thinking, how can we show that how the users go on this app and find out more about this program? So on the home screen, we wanted to show a banner to emphasize sustainability right above the fold of the bottom navigation. And then we also thought of adding a filtering drop-down menu where users can see the actual climate pledge friendly badge and filter those options when they're searching for a certain product. And then also we wanted to add a filtering option when they're searching out for a specific product, and they can choose what kind of sustainability options for that product. So kind of like sustainable packaging, compact by design, pre-owned certified, that kind of stuff. So yeah, and then we have Kira to give us our test results.
Yes, so the way that we tested our prototype was actually a comparative usability test, understanding first how did people perform in trying to accomplish the goal of purchasing or adding a product that would have sustainable packaging into their cart, benchmarking it with the existing infrastructure, and then testing it against our own prototype. And so what we found was the metrics were a bit inconclusive. Because folks were able to recognize the sustainable product easier with our prototype. However, at the same time, there was confusion around what climate friendly meant. So for eco-conscious shoppers who might be looking for sustainable packaging, how would they be able to engage with that versus if they're interested in the actual ingredients or materials being eco-friendly. So in a sense, users reported with the original app, it's hard to find. I don't know where to look to be able to even accomplish this task, and that was frustrating. However, and so on our prototype, they were able to see just with the banner and the homepage that this is where you would begin to navigate. But then for eco-conscious clients or consumers rather, they're more likely to be informed on what exactly is kind of like their passion and drive for seeking this information. And so the prototype fell just short of being able to really allow them to select that. So in future user research, we would explore and test ways to keep that aspect of kind of upfront awareness of the climate friendly pledge and the options that exist within that, making it discoverable earlier on in the process. But we will also explore and test ways to be more informative about the different aspects, such as sustainable packaging, such as the ingredients or materials involved, and just allow consumers to really apply the knowledge that they already have to their shopping experience.
So we wanted to understand more about the motivations of eco-conscious consumers. So we thought of different features we can also add to the app. One of them would be sustainability incentives. What if we create a competitive ranking system where users can buy a certain product and get a certain amount, such as like 10 sustainable products, and get a badge or a reward for completing to be sustainable, and then have that added into their profile or on a rating board and see like how they rank with other users. And then we also thought about environmental impact. So what if the users can see a dashboard of their stats of being sustainable, like how much waste they saved for the environment? Just put it in the context that how much are they helping the environment and how much they're reducing their carbon footprint.
Okay, so reflecting on what we learned, one of the things that we struggled with is that we kind of did our process out of order, and that was due to time constraints. So one of the things that we all agreed upon is that we should know our product a lot more. You should have spent more time learning about the existing app, because as you can see, we kind of showed you the responsive site versus the actual Apple. I mean, not, sorry, Apple, but the Amazon app. So if we spent more time learning about the existing app, we would have been able to prevent disruptions in our learning process. We also spent a lot of time, so that would also mean that it took us a lot more time to choose the direction that we were going to stick with. And so we decided upon trying to do A/B testing and then coupling it with usability testing. So also it was okay to scale back because we were a little bit ambitious with what we thought we could get done in a week. And then another thing would be that we could have conducted user interviews first. So that could have helped us better with understanding more pain points and mental models of sustainability.
Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Hey, it's Jan. I guess I'll start. Sorry. So I like it as well, and I can't say I'm shocked, but I'm surprised that both teams choose chose Amazon. I mean, it's, I don't know, I should be happy or sad. But it's very interesting to see like you both chose Amazon, but you started from a very different perspective and use kind of like a different path. And of course, because I was in the Design-a-thon last year as well, so I know like how, like usually you started like very ambitious, then you realize you just don't have enough time. And last year it was 3 months. Like this year it's 1 week. So I think that you've done your best. So I really like want to congrats you and say thank you. Uh, and for team, this is team 5 or team 1? Sorry, I forgot. I have a question as well about the testing, like data. Like, I know that you didn't do user interview, so you started like kind of like secondhand research, and then you started to do prototype, and you do A/B testing and usability testing. And can I know like how many people you test with?
Yeah, so we tested with 4 testers, and then we randomized the order in which the apps were being tested. So 2 of the participants, and so all of the 4 participants had the prompt to purchase a sustainable product added to their cart using both apps. And then we had, obviously for us, we were looking for a success and failure of that task being accomplished, but then we also were using the think aloud method of like how, like, what were you expecting to find here? Where would you expect the next step to be? And just understanding like their frustrations or surprises as they were going through both apps.
Oh, okay. And I just clicked the link. I think it's Emmy sent out about sustainability of Amazon. But
That's the
I
one.
don't.
Wow. Uh-huh.
Is there a choice? Like, I'm just personally curious. Is there a choice that you can choose, or option you can choose when you're like checking out to have like less packaging right now?
Not that I know of. So this, I just shared it because it talks more about like where they're going. If y'all want to do like more research on it for those people that want to, but not that I know of. It just talks about like how, like if you go to like improving our packaging, like how they have done like improvements on their sustainability, but not necessarily what they offer just yet, if that makes sense.
And there
Okay.
is, in a very convoluted way, which I think was the challenge we were trying to address in terms of, so if you start from the climate pledge friendly section that is somewhat hidden currently in the app, I'll see if I can share it as we are speaking. If you're starting from there, it would provide you a filter to then be able to look for things that are under the climate pledge friendly banner. So, ooh, I forgot my screen is blurred. Don't worry about it. But from there, you would need to like continue looking for a particular badge that is related to various like types of eco-friendly classifications, one of them being more sustainable packaging. So as you see, that's just not a very straightforward way. if you are making the decision that I want to reduce single-use packaging, or if you're making the decision of I want whatever, like products that haven't been tested on animals, whatever the decision is, you're not able to do that. So Carrie, I believe, is showing kind of that path as it exists now.
Okay. This is great.
So it has like, sometimes you're able to shop within the store, but if you just start out with like Amazon Prime and say you're looking for soap, they do have a very broad filter, but it doesn't always show up, which is interesting. So they have like local filters, I guess. And they do have where, like our prototype didn't have it, but you can actually kind of look and see what this product qualifies for. Yeah. Some of them are related to like Dove is here because I guess the packaging itself, they consider to be somewhat compact. So like there's a bunch of different ones. So, you know, if you can either click into the product and it'll have, you know, that little pledge, and you can click to kind of learn more. So, and then it brings you to that page, and you can, you know, dig in, etc. You can actually shop within it. Like now it's there. But, you know, just on the homepage, that's nowhere to be found. If you tried to search from it from the homepage, the only way I could find that was digging through here on the filters, and way down towards the bottom is this climate friendly stuff. Yeah,
I remember seeing that like badge when I'm shopping on Amazon, but I never thinking of like clicking it and see like what they mean by climate pledge.
Yeah,
but I think your team brought up a very good fundamental questions when doing research. Is like sometimes it's very hard to define something, like how do you define sustainability, or like what's climate pledge, and it's different for everyone, so they might think of different things we're trying to achieve this. So I think this is very important, and good job for doing that.
We were initially thinking of like continuing with the packaging, but we were digging into like how Amazon like does its own shipping practices. And we realized that a lot of companies, like if they don't have, well, if they use Prime and they're individual sellers, then that means that they're basically shipping their products to a warehouse. So then the seller has zero control over that. So it would have to be something that Amazon would do to change their packaging. And realistically, with 1 week, we were like thinking that, well, you know, how would we even approach this? You know, the behavioral issue, like I've seen that, you know, switch at the very end, you know, put all in one box. I've never done it. So it was like, you know, overcoming like behavior change stuff. And then the fact that Amazon is already trying to do it. So that's how we thought, you know, maybe we could take a different approach to it.
And I think it's great that you found the report, because Amazon is such a big company, so I don't think they are not doing anything, but we just don't know what they're doing and like how much effort they've put in. So at least we know a little bit more about what they're doing right now and what they've tried to achieve. And for Design-a-thon, like it's all about the process and the experience. Like, you know, the final product it's a week, like you can't do anything within a week, but the process is so important. And I've learned a lot from this two presentation as well. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, I just have a quick question. Not really a question. I was just wondering. Great job, guys. Yeah, the presentation was good, great. The reflections were very good. We could definitely relate to a few of those reflections, especially the scoping part of it. I think we took like about 2 days to scope out. So yeah, totally relatable. I was just wondering, we had also found that Amazon has been doing some sustainability measures. We came across that page, but then they didn't seem to be promoting them enough, like you mentioned, and the approach that you've taken. So we basically wondered that, you know, why they have not been promoting something of this scale. So, and based on our research, we just came to our hypothesis that users just did not want to wait for the delivery, and most power users would not give up convenience. So maybe that's the reason they are not promoting them enough. I have no answer why.
Well, so it's interesting because a lot of the climate pledge friendly products do still qualify for 2-day shipping. So some don't. It varies. So, but yeah, it's a good point, because I mean, I think probably the main driver for why people use Amazon is the convenience.
Right.
So overcoming that hurdle is a big big task.
Mhm.
So I don't know if y'all have realized this, but Amazon, I don't know if it might relate, but Amazon itself, when you see the vans, you know how it has the logo and then people are wearing like the uniform. Actually, it's different companies. And the reason Amazon works with these third-party companies is to be able to ship things faster. So I wonder if part of the reason why Amazon is still kind of behind on that is because of that third-party usage and how that would work with them as well, if we want to deep dive into Amazon.
Yeah,
You know,
I think timing is really important for Amazon and his like its user, and we ask our Prime users if they're willing to wait to get just as I said, one shipping package, and they said they rather pay more money but not waiting so long because they wanted like ASAP. And for some reason, Amazon doesn't spread the words. Most of the users, and even all of us, most of us, like we didn't know about all those sustainability information or like jobs Amazon is doing. It has a reason. Amazon is a big company, and if it like Amazon wants to do something, they'll do it. But there is a reason. I'm guessing one of their concern is like timing. It's really, important for them. So we have to come up with a solution which can cover this timing as well. So yeah.
they also,
I was gonna say, I also wonder if Amazon just expected us to just figure it out once it went live. They have the incentive, they have the program out there, and they just probably, maybe they assumed that we would find it. But as you can see, none of us really knew about it until, we actually did our own research to find it. So I'm just wondering if they just expected us to just find it and figure it out.
I also think to Carrie's point, she mentioned earlier, I think because it's a marketplace where several like various vendors, and yeah, I think that is also an interesting part in doing a challenge like this. There are so many potential users, and obviously you have to focus on those that you have access to, but we also explored the idea or considered the idea of more of a service design approach. So understanding both the experience of the end user, but also seeing kind of some of the back end processes and people that are involved, including shops, warehouse workers, shipping, and seeing how overall that contributes, and understanding more of like making the process sustainable along the way. But obviously that is a bigger project.
Yeah, we
And,
definitely. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, we definitely had thought of some other options, but they were all basically limited by the scope and like access to users. So we were even thinking like, okay, we could talk to warehouse workers, or you could talk to shop owners, but I don't know any shop owners. So that would be like a much bigger, task to recruit actual users to ask for that. So that's kind of why we focused on what we did. Just access, everybody's an Amazon shopper basically, or they're more common.
I feel like Amazon is doing something just for sake of doing it, not sake of environment. That's why they don't want anyone to know. But on the other hand, like the image is really important. Like when people talk about, all this wasting, packaging, they want to say, okay, see, we do something you just don't know, and that's why I guess they don't do any like spreading the words or marketing on it.
I feel the more people get aware of all those repercussions, like even, studying and working on this project, I feel like I'm going to reduce. I know I am not going to stop just because it's just way too convenient, unless there is some other option, but I'm going to put in more effort and look for alternatives and maybe reduce. So just if Amazon only knew that they might just start losing customers, or if they start seeing a dip, which might happen anytime, they might work extra hard because they have the capital, they have the market to make a mind change shift. probably it's just a matter of time. I hope so. It is a matter of time.
Yeah, I feel like that I can imagine like a market disruptor of Amazon-like site that is just focused on green like products and shipping, which when I think in that case would then force Amazon to change its ways. But
Actually, there is one. It's called Good People Inc. I'll share the link. That's their effort. They're trying to essentially like take down Amazon, but that's a big challenge, right? But it does exist out there, and I just shared the link, y'all. If y'all want to look into it.
I'll see this link. Awesome. This is a great discussion, honestly. I'm learning so much. I learned already so much from your presentations, and now I'm learning even more now.
Let's apply for Amazon. All
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what Jen said, now you have something to talk about.
Yeah. And if you're looking for sustainable grocery, Thrive Market, I've been a member of Thrive Market since a few months, and I'm loving it. All their packaging, the food is organic, non-GMO. They are trying to disrupt the climate change in grocery e-commerce. Also, their membership, although it is $5 a month, they end up giving you about $20-30 worth of gift, and you get 40% discount the first time you buy. So it kind of pays for it.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I've been liking the product. The inventory is very small. That's the biggest challenge right now, but they've been trying to grow it.
And the link that I shared, they are just getting started, so not all the products are there. Just like a note. So it's very fairly kind of new.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a quick, again, round of applause. Thank you for presenting. It's been a great week. And I'm so excited to learn more. Y'all did the preliminary research. Now I want to dive even more deep into it. So the next steps for this is we're going to send out a survey later today to vote for your favorite, and we're going to be sending this out to the community as well, so it's not just y'all. And we're going to be sending it out, and we're going to close this next Saturday, so it'll be open for a week, and then the community choice winners will be announced on all our social media, Slack, Instagram, LinkedIn, so you can get your recognition for your hard work. And yeah, so one thing that I asked for in the Design-a-thon channel on Slack is if both teams can send over their slides, and maybe like a cute icon of your team name, just something that we can put on our survey to represent you when people are looking at the options. So yeah, if you can send that over whenever, preferably today, so I can send out the survey as soon as possible, that would be great. And yeah, we don't have any announcements. But again, thank you so much for being here and spending your time on this solution. It's been really great. I hope y'all had a good time.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This was great too. I just want to ask Team 5, are you guys planning to work ahead on this? I mean, take your next steps forward?
I don't know. I would be open to it. I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking out this whole project just because of the time constraint, because normal design sprints are at least 2 weeks.
Right.
And so I kind of felt like we were just all over the place. I'm like, no. But really everybody did a really great job. It was just
oh my god. Yes, totally.
So I don't know. I just was
if you guys are thinking, I would love to stay in touch. We can share insights, research findings and things, because we are planning to. I mean, that's the plan as of now. I hope we have the time, but we're planning to take this forward. Yeah, let's stay in touch.
That's awesome. Yeah, again, you can use the Design-a-thon channel on Slack as a resource, and anyone in this community. Yeah, it's been really great, and a round of applause to all of you. Yeah, I'm excited to see what y'all do when you continue researching.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys, and go
Have a
today,
great
Saturday,
weekend,
go and celebrate.
Yes,
Just
go and
Yes.
celebrate.
Just
Yes.
drink for 2 days non-stop.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Okay.
I put
Have a
the
great
reminder
weekend.
on Slack, so just send over
Okay.
that and I'll send out the survey today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you
will
so
do. Yeah.
much.
Thank you so
Thank you
much. Yeah.
guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.